Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome everyone to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Stanford Cardinal. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now, so even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's ball. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Moncrief. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the ground with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Ball. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Gives it on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Moncrief. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big guy smells it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Huskies. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He might want another play. To the air. It's ball. Right on the money.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. Touchdown, Stanford! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second.
Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown.
Stanford 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to pop the draw. Oh, he's got a chance.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Run it with the fullback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Finds his man. It's Moncrief there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Ball. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The screen, he can go. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Determined run gets it down to the 12.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's ball. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Right down the boulevard. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Washington sends out the punt team. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes...
There he goes! 20. Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get it to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Moncrief. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now they'll run the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. From midfield, looking for room. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's ball. A little screen to the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll leave it with the lone back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Stanford.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's ball. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. He's loose. Touchdown, Cardinal. Once he got some room, it was over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. 3rd down coming.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Moncrief. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington sends out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Making side adjustments here. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
42 Spider.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Ball. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for space. It's Durham. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Still on his feet at the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
He ends up getting tackled.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that.
Sprinting away! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Steps away. Throws into the middle of the field. He caught it. Smashes through the tackle. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Here's the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
To the air, it's Ball. He's got his man across the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're working that left side. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Off play action. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Huskies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Safe completion on the screen. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They send the tight end in motion. Rides the back and leaves it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Back to pass, it's Ball. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Connor. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. The give on the option. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll try the right side. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And that lead grows even bigger. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He'll set up to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
With the run on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He's got it. Two-pointer is good, and now it's a one-score game here deep in the fourth.
Stanford, 36. Washington, 29.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's ball. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Finds a seam. Pass to 10. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Offense gets the job, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
That's caught. It's Moncrief. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Moving out of the pocket. Firing to the end zone. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. Got enough for the first. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today, dominating in all three phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.